So recently I've shot a short documentary about my childhood friend Shotaro, who runs a cafe in this small town called Shinonome-cho in Hiroshima, Japan, which also is my home prefecture. And the only camera that I use for this shoot, drumroll please. Well, yeah, it's obviously iPhone 17 Pro because you guys already saw on the title and thumbnail, but yeah, this freaking beast of a phone. Anyways, I would love to create this, well, not really behind the scenes because I didn't shoot any BTS for this video, but a two-part series about what gears that I use to film this video and what software / camera setting that I use for my iPhone. And today we're gonna focus on gears because with proper gears, you can film some amazing stuff on your phone. Also, since the gear that I used to shoot this video wasn't that perfect, I'll talk about the setup that I use for that shoot and the setup that I will probably use for next shoot because I got some better gears now. Does that make any sense? I think so. So basically cheaper alternatives and pretty good ones. Before we get into this video, if you guys are new to this channel, let me introduce myself real quick. Hi, my name is Peacegates. I'm a full-time content creator / videographer who also happens to love good clothes, good food, and good coffee because with those, your life is just a bit better. First thing first, we have to get an external SSD, an external storage for your phone. Apple ProRes RAW, Apple ProRes in general takes up a lot of storage space. For example, for this 5-minute short documentary, I shot roughly around 160 clips. I shot mostly on Apple ProRes RAW and Apple ProRes HQ, and the total storage was 600 gigabyte, more than half a terabyte for a 5-minute video. I mean, I took 160 clips, but damn. That's a lot of storage space. I am so sorry I forgot to mention this in the video, but in part 2 of this series, I'll do a tutorial on how to get 90% of what Apple ProRes 422 HQ can do with half of the storage size. I think that will help, including me, a lot of you guys who want to film Apple log with iPhone, but don't want to waste a lot of storage. Anyways, the SSD that I used for this shoot was this one. This is a Lexar Professional Go 1TB. I think 1TB is pretty much enough. I don't think you need more than 1TB for a day of shooting. This SSD is very small, super efficient, that it works perfectly for iPhone cinematography setup. My favorite part about this SSD is the attachments. First, it comes with this like extension to let your SSD attach behind your phone, which makes everything like relatively efficient, feels less bulky in your pocket, and it just becomes one with your phone. So that's pretty cool. And also, I think you have to get like a bundle, but it comes with this like USB-C hub that has 2 extra ports. So not only you can connect your SSD, but also like your mobile battery and wireless microphone, which I will talk about later in this video. But most of the shoot, I just have this like super minimal SSD setup and it works perfectly. The only downside is the price. It's kind of expensive for 1TB. I think I roughly paid 180 to 200, I think, USD. It's pretty expensive. For cheaper alternatives, I'll probably go with SanDisk 1TB SSD, which is very efficient, cheap SSD that I still use to this day. And I heard that 8TB has a lot of problems, but 1TB for 4 or 5 years, I've still been using the same one, still works perfectly fine. And the other option will be like a solid SSD, like a really good one for like 2 to 4 terabytes, and just use that external storage for your like laptop as well, which I did it last year. I used Samsung T7, that works perfectly fine. You know, Samsung, Apple, it's kind of weird, but it works perfectly fine. And T7 is one of the best SSDs that you know you can use for editing, any type of like external storage option, so that's highly recommended as well. So there are a couple ways to use ND filters on your phone, and what I used for that shoot was this is 67mm filter mount from Moment, which I got it for like 30 bucks. You can use any 67mm filter on your phone, and that's pretty cool. I use it all the time up to iPhone 15 Pro, but there's a catch. This is not Moment's fault, but since this was intended to use for non-iPhone 17 Pro's iPhones, because I bought this like 4 years ago. So up to iPhone 16 Pro, the camera bump was only in the camera region of the phone. But from now, the 17 Pro has camera bump across the phone, on top of the phone. So the bump is too big. So I have to use like a couple things to make this mount fit perfectly. For example, I use a thin case, so there won't be like any light that's coming in from like the side of the mount. I also use a black tape to cover the gaps on it, so it will be perfectly sealed. Because this product is old and I got the newest iPhone, it just does not work perfectly. Yeah, if you guys are looking to buy this, I think there's a newer one. I'm not sure, but they'll probably have like some sort of manufacturer that makes like this type of accessory. Then I do highly recommend this, because you can rock your favorite case. It has to be thin, but you can rock your favorite case and also have a ND filter, and that's a plus. For the VND itself, I use this KNF VND. I think this one is called the ND2 to ND400, which sounds insane. Yeah, this is a good cheap 67mm ND filter, because I had to use the same filter thread on this. I used step up ring previously, but it reflected on the phone and you can see the lens in the footage, and that just, you know, that's not good. And the only 67mm ND filter that I had at that time was this. So I use this one. If I'm reshooting with the same setup, I'll probably get my favorite VND, which will be like Nisi True Color Vario. That is a solid ND filter with really good color. And to be honest, even though my filter system wasn't perfect, the footage came out really good. And with the benefit of filming with 10-bit is that you can really shift the white balance and stuff. So even though this ND filter gives you just a bit of a warmer tone, you can always fix it. If you want a dedicated iPhone filmmaker kit, I recently received this one from Freewell. They were kind enough to like just send me their product. This is not sponsored or anything. This is a PR gift. The product is actually really good, so I just want to talk about it. This is Freewell iPhone filmmaker kit, and they also sent me their iPhone Pro hybrid filter set as well. It's a magnet ND filter, so you can just pop in, pop off. Super easy, super light, and the ND filter is made for iPhone, so it's relatively smaller compared to like 67mm filter on your phone. It looks bulky as well. It makes the whole process way easier. And the hybrid filter set that they gave it to me, it's really easy to swap the ND filter or like have external filters such as CPL or like a little bloom effect filter on it as well. It's very easy to swap it. If you're really serious with filming with your phone, I do highly recommend getting like a proper filmmaker set. And Freewell is also known for making really good ND filter and a very true color ND filter as well. But I have to be honest, it's very pricey. It's very expensive, but it is more like a proper way to film or like get the most out of your iPhone. Does that make any sense? I have no idea. For the tripod, I can't really show it to you guys right now because I'm currently using it, but it's the Peak Design Travel Tripod. I got the aluminum model, not the carbon fiber, and I even got it for use because it's so freaking expensive. I don't think this is necessary for iPhone videography, but I do have to say, it does come with the phone attachment that's built into the tripod, so you will never forget your phone attachment whenever you're filming. But to be honest, you can find any cheaper alternatives for this. There's so many cheaper, good tripod out there, and especially for iPhone, I don't think you need to have like a super big tripod as well. So yeah, I think you'll be fine with tripod. I trust you guys. I trust you guys with the tripod selections. For the wireless microphone, I use DJI Mic 3, which is my new favorite lav mic because this is super small. I'm a person who doesn't really care to not have like a lav mic showing on the video, especially with my YouTube videos. I really don't care. If you guys want to have lav mic attached to the wireless microphone, I highly recommend DJI Mic 2. That used to be like my go-to favorite wireless microphone. However, this one is compact yet packs with a lot of features that you can always record an amazing audio. The cheaper alternative will probably be like DJI Mic Mini. I also love that mic as well, or just a first or second generation DJI mic. Like you can get it for used one as well, and those works really well too. And for the environmental sound, I just used the iPhone's microphone and it sounds amazing. Of course, I edit a little bit of sound, add some sound effects on the actual documentary because I wanted to make as professional as possible, but most of the time, iPhone sounds amazing. It's really good. But yeah, the battery just ran out, so I have to switch the battery real quick. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. This was very specific for like gears because I didn't want to make the video too long. But in my next video after my vlog, I'll have like a vlog in between this video. But in my next video, I'll talk about the software I use for this shoe and the camera setting to get the most out of your iPhone. I will also obviously talk about the alternative way to get close enough footage. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button. And if you guys like the vibes and the style of this video, please hit the sub button. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys have an amazing day. My name is Peace Gates, and you guys already know. Peace out, guys. Okay, yeah, I'm super tired, man. This video took me too freaking long. All right, bye.